All right, organization. Organization is something that I have personally struggled with my whole life. I've been in Plexus almost 4 years in January, and I have had probably at least a dozen organization systems to keep my potentials, to keep my Frank's list going, to keep my customers, my follow-up. I mean, I've had it, you name it, I've tried it and I've had it. And none of it has really made sense to me. It has to make sense to me in order for me to continue to do it. And it didn't make sense to me. IPA is one of the things, our income producing activities is one of the things that I personally think was the most overwhelming to me in the beginning, because I didn't understand how to keep it straight. I didn't understand how to keep up with who I had reached out to, when I had reached out to them, so forth and so on. And so I think sometimes that's the piece where we get overwhelmed. And if you guys are like me, when I get overwhelmed, I'm like, peace out, I'm done. Like I won't do it. And guys, we know that in order to grow, you have to do your IPA, right? You have to tell people about these wonderful products, and you have to share with them. And so you have to be organized in this. So as a teacher, I was extremely organized. I kept everything color-coded, systematic, written down, planned it out. Well, hello, bring that over into your business and you're going to do so much better. So I was speaking to someone probably about 6-8 months ago, and we were just chatting, and what she told me she does is she takes 40 to 50 names off of her contact list or her Frank's list. If you're new and you don't have one of those, this is a list that you sit down and you write down every single person you know. It is an ongoing, it's a living document. It never goes away. You just continually add to it. When you're adding new Facebook friends, you just always write them down on this list so you know that this contact list. So what I started doing is I would take 40 to 50 names off of that list, and then I would make a list in my notebook. I keep this notebook here. This is another system that I started. Actually, one of my friends told me about this. Actually, Jennifer Tuggle, my sister. So what this is I have everything in here. It's separated by months. So I have my June and July and August and September contact list. And I will write them down in here. And so I keep this in here. I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And I want to show you how I take this and convert it into, okay, so on the left is my list. That is my list of however many people, 40 to 50, whatever you can work that month, whatever you think. I would say no less than 30 people and probably no more than 50 to 60 people. That is manageable for you to continue to grow that month. So what I do is purple, yes, I wrote them all down in purple, and then I wrote down when I contacted them in blue. If you'll notice at the very top up there, those are the ones that were confirmed for my 7-day challenge. Those are the ones that said, yes, we're all in for that. Now, what I do with this contact list on the left is I take anecdotal records the whole time I'm reaching out to them, because I'm focused on them for that month. Some of them will say they're on vacation, so I will put on vacation, and guess what? I will move them to my next month list. If you kind of see on that side over there, I said I'm moving all of those to August. All of those people, none of them responded to me, or they didn't reach back out. And so I moved them to my August group. And that way I just keep kind of taking some of those and adding them. I will do that for probably 2 to 3 months. I will continue to keep them in my group of 40 to 50, and I'll reach out to them. I'll reach out to them about our specials, our 7 days, our PJ parties. And then after about 2 to 3 months, I kind of let them rest. I will kind of archive them, and then I'll bring them back in 3 to 4 months. And I'm going to bring them back and approach them differently. If you haven't read The 4 Color Personalities, that's a great book to read. So you know that if you're reaching out one way to certain group, to people a certain way, you read that and you go, okay, well, maybe they're not a red. Maybe they relate more with the greens. So then you try to relate to them with the greens. So I also kind of keep record of that too, what I'm reaching out for. So that's what I do with that large list. Okay, well, that was great and easy, right? But that didn't help me do my daily IPA. That didn't help me do my daily income producing activities. And I was still overwhelmed. When I was teaching full time, I would sit down on that list and go, am I gonna reach out to all of these people today? Oh my gosh, what? Well, now there's a calendar, and I want you guys to check this calendar out. And this is something that you can tailor for yourself. You can work it the way you wanna work it. It's just an idea. This might actually spark a different idea for you, and you can do something different. But for those of you that are slammed busy working, and you have to work this in the nooks and crannies of your business, of your day, I promise you, if you will sit down at the end of the month, you will write out your list and you will make a calendar. I promise your life your business will be much, much easier. So I want you to only look at the purple right now. So those are my potentials. I took 2 people from all that list and I wrote them down. Monday through Saturday. I don't work on Sundays, reaching out to people. That is a day that I spend with my family. You may have a day in the week that you choose to spend with your family, and you may want to put those potentials on that Sunday. You may actually need to take 2 days off in the week that you have obligations that are going on, and you want to put all of those same people, you may want to put them on 4 days instead of 6 days that I have. So tailor it to your schedule, but don't take any off. Don't have any less than 30 and no more than 50 or 60, whatever you can handle. But just don't take time off, okay? Don't take a week off. Okay, so if you'll look, 2 names, if I do all of that, that's 52 potentials in the month of September if I put only 2 names down. So adjust it to whatever you want to reach out to. Now remember, for every 10 people you're reaching out to, you may get 1 yes. So reaching out to 50, I may get 5 good solid leads, okay? It's a numbers game. That's just how it is. And remember, they're not upset with you. They're not upset with the products. It just may not be the right time for them, okay? So keep that in the back of your mind too when you're reaching out. Okay, now you have your potentials that is going to keep your business growing, right? Well, you already have customers and ambassadors that have already trusted you and joined your team. Well, you can't leave them high and dry, right? Because they trusted you to jump on this Plexus train with them, and you have to keep them in check. So I follow up on Fridays. That's the day that works best for me. I don't know. It's just ingrained in my brain. That's what works for me. Your follow-up might be different. You might put them out 1 each day as well. Whatever floats your boat, you do it. So I wanted to share you what I do. So look at Susie on Friday. You'll notice she has a star by her name. So Susie joined me last month, and I am still going to keep tabs on her. When they join me, a customer, I check in with them every single solitary week for the first month. The second month, I check in with them every 2 weeks, for sure. Now, I may speak to them, various times in between those 2 weeks, but I put it on my calendar, and I know for sure I'm speaking to them at least twice a month. Then if you will look down at the rest of them, those have been with me for a long time. We just check in once a month. Like I said, if there's specials coming out, I reach out to them for that. But most of the time, we're just checking in once a month. And I'm not always just talking Plexus with them. I will sometimes start a conversation with, how was your weekend? Did you guys have big plans for this weekend? Anything, going on? Have that conversation. And then go, okay, is everything good with your product? You still rocking? You still sleeping well? I just kind of put those things that they've told me that I've kept record of kind of back in their mind. So there's that for customers. Then I want you to look at the blue. The blue is for new ambassadors only. Not new. I didn't mean to say new. For ambassadors only. So look at Monday on Kara. You'll notice that Kara has an asterisk by her name. So every Monday, I'm reaching out to Kara. I'm treating her. She's brand new. I'm treating her just like a new customer. We're talking about how's she doing on her products? Is she having any detox symptoms? Does she have questions about the products? Does she want more information about the products? We are just talking through everything just like a brand new customer, because that's the way she wanted. That's the way she joined me to take these products. That's the way we're going to work with this. We talk a tiny bit about the business, but not a lot. She's not ready for that, and I'm okay with that. But if you will look at Wendy, Wendy is on Tuesdays. So I meet with her every other Tuesday. The first Tuesday of the month is kind of a coaching call. And we talk about our goals for the month. I don't care if Wendy has 0 people or 20 people on her team. She has a goal. Okay, she has to know what she wants to have planned for the month. Does she want to exercise more? Does she want to drink more water? Does she want to add a product to her regimen? Does she want to, maybe it's time for her to reach out. Maybe she wants to share Plexus. Maybe she's ready. Does she want to attend a Zoom? Okay, those are those times that Wendy and I are talking the first of the month. Then I check in with her again in 2 weeks to see how her goals are coming, how things are progressing. That's how Wendy and I roll. Then if you look at Allison, I do the same thing with her. But I want you to look on the 12th at Caitlin and look at the 28th at Nathan. Those have been with me probably for 2 years. And those people are wholesale ambassadors. They're the ones that get their products each and every month. They're not ready for the business. They're not ready for this. They don't want to share. They love their products, and they're rocking and rolling. They've got the regimen down, and we're just wrong, I just check in with them. Just saying, hey, how's life? How's it going? Still rocking, still loving it. Every now and then I may say something like, you ready to share this with your friends? Are you ready to come out of the closet? Just whatever your personality is, whatever the relationship is with you, just keep that open, and that's what I do with them. So if you look at that really quickly, I mean, you're following up with what, 65 people? Is that right, Dave? Yeah, like 65 people. You've contacted 65 people in a month. And that does not look nearly as overwhelming as it does when you go, oh my gosh, I have my potentials to reach out to, my customers to call, my ambassadors to check on. I just can't keep it all straight. Guys, if you'll put them down in a calendar, and it will work for you when you are sitting at the doctor's office, when you're waiting on your kids to get out of school, when you have downtime, and maybe you wake up early that day, or maybe you stay up 10 minutes before you go to bed. Y'all, your plan is right here. So remember, you have to plan it in order to achieve it. And this is just helping you plan it. And I promise you, it's going to change your business. If you would just trust me and do it 2 to 3 months, especially these holiday seasons coming up, guys, it's going to get busy. But if you will sit down and plan this, promise you, it's going to make a big difference in your business. It's going to make a big difference in your stress level. And I'll be 100% honest with you. I love lists, and I love to check things off a list. This is checking off. I feel good. I reached out to 3 people today on my team. Check that business off. I'm done. Like, it's a good feeling, and you know that you're doing something for your business. So I hope this helped. If you have questions, always reach out to me. Like I said, tailor this, make it your own, but this is just kind of something that's working for me right now. And if I change this system and find something different, I will definitely let you guys know. So until next time, I will talk to you guys soon, and thanks for hopping on.